The city is ending its controversial program that gives debit cards to migrants. The city has now spent $3.6 million on those debit cards for about 2,600 migrant families who are staying in shelters without kitchen access. Now, the mayor's office says that when the program finishes at the end of the year, they will go back to providing those migrants boxed meals.
Hello, everyone. So NYC's wasteful prepaid debit card program is finally over. But make no mistake, migrants are still receiving pretty good benefits. Welcome back to the channel, Katiuska and her mother, Isabel. If you recall, this was the mom that almost beat up her own daughter during a live stream.
¡No me nombre! ¡No me nombre!
¿Pero qué es?
¡No me nombre! ¡No me nombre!
¡Ah, quédese quieta!
¡No me nombre! Una ratica. Si tenés algo contra mí, habla claro. Y nos matamos en esa maldita mierda. No te metas con el diablo.
¿Pero que le está diciendo algo? Cónchale, que es todo por una gente de afuera.
Then she threatened to pew her during the same live stream.
Equivocada, sí que amenazé que te meto un balazo en la boca, policha, respeta, ni el diablo puede conmigo, para que sepáis.
All of this happened on TikTok, of course, and inside of a taxpayer-funded hotel. If you want to catch up and get the entire translation, make sure to check that video out. I'll leave the link down below. With that in mind, I wanted to give you an update on this dysfunctional mother and daughter duo. See, Kat recently celebrated her mother's birthday inside of the beautiful hotel. Life is good, guys. Meanwhile, you have Americans like Noel Comeriu facing eviction.
I've been treated like
Noel Comeriu isn't holding back.
It's very unfair. Cost of everything.
How are you getting by?
I'm not. I'm honestly not.
Comeriu says she's not able to pay her rent and is now facing eviction.
Oh, and she's now homeless, by the way. But first, a couple of news in regards to the incoming administration. Elon and Vivek will be heading the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, in order to tackle government overspending. Unfortunately, Senator Elizabeth Warren is already criticizing the department, and Elon clapped back in the most hilarious way possible. Let's face it, her position is a true waste of money. But do you want to know what else is a waste of taxpayer funds? Well, Jesse Waters gave us a few examples.
The Fed spent $500,000 on a study to see if selfies make you happy. $1 million went to study if Japanese quail were more frisky if you gave them cocaine. The Fed spent $20,000 on drag shows in Ecuador. $80,000 in Ghana asking taxi drivers if climate change makes it harder for them to drive. And $500,000 was spent so Fauci could create transgender monkeys. But it's not just waste. There's 3 million federal employees, and a lot of them don't even do much more than collect a paycheck. Most government workers in D.C. are still working from home. COVID's been over for 3 years. But worst of all, $500 billion a year stolen by fraudsters. We lose $500 billion of your money to fraud each year. We're getting ripped off like a Walgreens in San Francisco, and no one cares.
It's beyond ridiculous, and the internet is already reacting. Like this one that said, this will be Elon and Vivek on day one.
Ministerio de Turismo y Deporte, afuera. Ministerio de Cultura, afuera. Ministerio de Ambiente y Desarrollo Sostenible, afuera. Ministerio de las Mujeres y Género y Diversidad, afuera. Ministerio de Obras Públicas, afuera. Aunque te resistas. Ministerio de Ciencia y Tecnología e Innovación, afuera. Ministerio de Trabajo, Empleo y Seguridad Social, afuera. Ministerio de Educación, Adoctrinamiento, afuera. Ministerio de Transporte, afuera. Ministerio de Salud, afuera. Ministerio de Desarrollo Social, afuera. Se acabó el curro de la política. ¡Viva la libertad, carajo!
That's right. Furthermore, the dictator appointed 2 Democrats to his cabinet.
In this new, quick-forming Trump administration, that being of Tulsi Gabbard. I want to put this up as she will be the Director of National Intelligence. Here's a statement as well from the President-elect Donald Trump, saying, "I am pleased to announce that former Congresswoman Lieutenant Colonel Tulsi Gabbard will serve as the Director of National Intelligence."
Let's begin with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. This year alone, HHS had a budget of $3 trillion as Trump said he will make America healthy again. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on track to become Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services, with Trump saying Mr. Kennedy will restore these agencies to the traditions of gold standard scientific research and beacons of transparency to end the chronic disease epidemic and to make America great and healthy again.
And speaking of the dictator, Biden invited him to the White House and he was having a good time. I haven't seen Joe Biden smile that much in a long time. Even Jill, she was having the time of her life. What happened with the Hitler talk? I wouldn't be smiling with Hitler. I don't know, that's just me, but just saying. Moreover, the historic and second UAP UFO congressional hearing has concluded, and this is pretty much the summary of it.
Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, were they designed to identify and reverse engineer alien craft, yes or no?
Yes.
Does the U.S. government have any reverse, okay, we already answered that question about retrieval programs. Do any U.S. contractors have the same?
I would prefer to address that in a closed session, ma'am.
Okay. In your book, you mentioned government employees who've been injured by UAPs, placed on leave, and receiving government compensation for their injuries. Is that correct?
That is correct.
How can the government deny we have recovered craft if they're paying people because they've been injured by recovered craft?
Ma'am, that's a great question. That's why I think we're here again, because I've seen the documentation by the U.S. government for several of these individuals who have sustained injuries as a result of a UAP incident.
Disclosure is already happening. It's just a step-by-step process. You can't hide something like this. But I'll do my best to keep you updated. Okay, back to the migrant cat and her mother Isabel, who are thriving. So much so that they're selling, shipping products, and even recording comedy skits. They have all the time in the world to do so, in contrast to Americans like Noelle, who is asking herself so many questions.
Why are there no resources? Why is there no help?
Because this government hates you. It's unfortunate, but that's the truth. Let's get started. Okay, so this is Kat and some of her friends from the Migrant Hotel in New York City. And here they are about to surprise Kat's mother, Isabel. Remember that they are in separate rooms. Here she is. You see the little brother, Kat's little brother right there by the entrance. And there she is. Look at that, 44 years old. They're singing to her the happy birthday. Okay. She says, here it is, beautiful. Happy birthday. Congratulations. And there's a guy recording. So, you know, you have maybe about 5-6 people in there. Look at all the balloons in the ceiling. Okay, there's her princess birthday crown, she said. Okay, they are giving her some gifts, which is like, I believe some food. Okay. And they do have other gifts right there as well. Now Kat grabs the camera. She's saying these are our friends. They have the Venezuelan t-shirt. She says that Carmen, her friend, helped her with the balloons. And look at the cake. That's her little brother. I think that's Isabel's son and Kat's little brother. Then here you have Kat and Isabel and her little brother inside of a T-Mobile store. And she's saying, "This is your birthday gift. Happy birthday." And Isabel says, "Thank you." And then Isabel is saying, "Thank you." All right, yeah, so she got a new phone. She's laughing and she seems happy. So Kat gifted her this phone, this brand new phone. And she gives her a kiss and says, "Forgive me, mother." And the mother says, "May God forgive you." I don't know what's that all about, but I guess that's what they say to each other every time. I don't know. So yeah, so brand new phone and nice birthday celebration there. And here, Kat is showing her followers the lighting that she gifted her mother for the celebration. And so she's selling these in her Tick Trash page. She's saying, "Look how beautiful they are. You don't have to install them anywhere. You don't have to plug them in anywhere. They are solar. They're rechargeable. They charge with the sun. They have a remote, and you're able to control it." So I'll link it for you guys, she says, so you can buy it. And this is how I put it, but you can put it any way you want. And it's being sold at a cheap price. It is beautiful, she says. All right then, now let's go to Las Vegas, where I came across this report that highlights the current homeless crisis in America. And although Kat and her mother Isabel are living in New York City, we all know that a good number of migrants are receiving benefits, including hotel accommodations throughout many states in this country.
Well, children are increasingly at risk of losing their roof over their head. This is according to a report from Princeton's University Eviction Lab.
And then talking about the loss can be really difficult for some families with children.
There are many reasons for evictions, the pandemic high among them. Regardless, the impact on families with children is great.
This is Vegas. Get your together. I've been treated like
Noelle Camariu isn't holding back.
it's very unfair. Cost of everything.
How are you getting by?
I'm not. I'm honestly not.
Camariu says she's not able to pay her rent and is now facing eviction.
And it's my daughter and I. We have to share a little bed.
Like many parents, she's doing the best she can for her child, telling me her daughter is depressed, angry, and frustrated.
She needs a home. She needs her life back. She needs freedom.
You want to give her all that. And you're trying.
I know.
But says she's stuck. Camariu says she's disabled and is on nearly 20 different waiting lists for housing assistance.
Then back in New York City, you have Isabel, Kat, and her little brother getting ready for Halloween. This was a couple of weeks ago, and Kat is telling him to turn around to her brother, say hello to everyone. And Isabel is celebrating with him, and they're saying that they purchased this suit for him. They just got it right now. "You look beautiful," she says. Isabel says. And then Kat says, "Yes, there you go, my love. How are you going to do it?" So he's practicing on how to get the candy. They're teaching him, if you will. Yeah, preparing for Halloween. Well, and now is Halloween. Oh no. Oh no. Get me out of here. What a joke. Well, can you blame them really? Hey, they're getting the benefits. All they have to do is just show up and take it. She's very happy recording herself and her family, playing music there on the streets, celebrating, and, well, lovely time. Here you have Kat riding her scooter with, I believe, is her brother or maybe a family member. Oh no, that's not her brother. That's another kid. The caption says, "I love you, my skinny guy, and I miss you." So I don't know if it's she traveled to another state maybe to visit that guy. That seems like it's a family member. That looks like New York actually, but maybe he came. I don't know. But anyway, so then you have Isabel here dancing in the hotel room, celebrating. Nothing specific. They're not saying it's for anything, any holiday or anything like that. But she just says that this music reminds her of Venezuela. But, you know, remember Isabel told us she was disabled and that her back, I believe she said her back was in trouble. But wow, she's breaking it down. Maybe her back is going to hurt afterwards. I don't know. She's saying hello to all of my friends and enemies. Okay. I have 44 now. And her daughter, Caddy's like, go ahead, go. Yeah, break it down. Very cool, right? Now let's go back to the Americans that are struggling to survive.
Why are there no resources? Why is there no help?
Help is there, says Valerie Whitfield. It's just a waiting game.
They all take 30 days, 60 days, depending on what the funding amounts are that they have at that time.
She's talking about groups in Las Vegas that assist low-income families. Whitfield says she volunteers for one.
There's a lot of evictions going on.
And she gets it. She says she was wrongfully evicted in March.
It went to court. The judge closed out the case because I was told I had till a certain day, but they did it prior to that day.
Day after day, her son right by her side.
He missed a week's worth of school because he had no school clothes, no school books, no Chromebook.
And no home. After living in a friend's garage for some time, they found warmth in these four walls. But her son said,
"It's okay." He said, "If I stay here, I'm going to end up with a kid locked up or dead."
So instead, he left looking for more. Some experts say kids are truly the invisible victims of evictions. Every year, eviction filings involve and affect 2.9 million kids.
Right now, Las Vegas is one of the places with the highest eviction rate. Since March of 2020, there have been slightly more than 199,000 eviction filings in Clark County. Put it this way, that amount is close to filling up the 65,000 seat facility Allegiant Stadium 1, 2, 3 times. On average, that's at least one child or two in each of these homes.
It's a true disgrace. I'm from Vegas and I didn't even know that. And I can only imagine what's happening in other states. Here you have Kat giving her followers a review of one of the lipsticks she is selling. And her mom is in the background talking to her, and Kat is telling her, "You have to buy this. Just buy it. Look. And if you use this, the way you speak will get better. This is on my TikTok shop." Then here you have her in her bedroom, in her hotel bedroom, on her bed, chilling, trying another product, giving this review and selling it to her followers. She looks relaxed. You hear the mother in the background again, so they must be hanging out. And there's another product right there. And that's her little brother that's trying one of the products that she's selling. Okay? The headphones. And this is another. What is this? Oh, okay. This is a part of the product as well to charge it. You can charge it right here. It's really cute. Very nice. Additionally, you have her right here promoting her clothing store. You know, the one that is on the street. You remember that from the last video. And she's modeling one of the outfits that she is selling. The hats, the shirt, the pants. Promoting her business from the taxpayer-funded hotel. And it seems to be working because here she is giving us a tutorial on how to ship the products throughout America. Remember that for us, we know how to do this, right? But her followers are migrants. So she is showing the people that are outside of America how to do business here. She previously told us that she doesn't mind accepting donations from friends or churches and then selling those products for a profit. Here she is shipping some Venezuelan shirts and hats to one of her followers that requested these items from her. And again, she sold these to her, she's saying. So there's the tutorial for the other migrants. She says, do not forget to do your shopping with me. It's I will ship it to you. I will personally ship it to you, okay? And there it is. On this one, we have her mother. And she is, I guess, in a mall eating. She says, hello, this is my lunch hour with my family. So while they're having their delicious lunch, let's go back to the American families.
These processes are unfair, unjust, and they're impacting, the most vulnerable, which would be especially children.
Ben Inez is with the Nevada Housing Justice Alliance, advocating for tenants' eviction reform in Nevada and for a once young Ben.
As a child, you faced eviction with your family. Do you still deal with a lot of the trauma?
I would say probably, yeah. And I think in new ways that I'm learning, but I definitely feel, more and more bits of I'm answering or kind of healing for a lot of, some of those past wounds.
Wounds that he carries to be the voice of resources and interventions for struggling Nevadans.
Most of the evictions we're seeing are for non-payment of rent. And that's, people aren't not paying their rent because they're squeezed.
Paying the price and having lasting effects on kids, says Jonathan Norman with the Nevada Coalition of Legal Service Providers.
For kids, that's magnified, and evictions are the definition of uncertainty.
For certain, though, there's also some good. Clark County's website shows the Las Vegas Justice Court received a $1.25 million grant to strengthen eviction diversion efforts and improve housing stability of families. Families who have faced eviction like Whitfield and Comeriu, or as a kid like Inez, their fight for fairness for evictions is just the beginning.
Really good news, $1.25 million. At the same time, we have spent billions on migrants, and here are the results. Here's Kat with her mother in a clothing store, and she says, Isabel, I'm going to give you 1 minute with 25 seconds to pick whatever you want inside the store. But if you pass the time, you are disqualified. And if you go over the amount that's inside this credit card or this card, you will be disqualified. So the minute and 25 seconds starts now. Get whatever you can, but you cannot go over the amount of this credit card. Now, we don't know how much we have in here. It could be $200, $300, $1,000, $400, even $1. We don't know. But you cannot go over the amount. And she's laughing. So make sure to get whatever you can, but don't go over the budget. And you see Isabel there grabbing a lot of items. This could all be a joke, obviously, but just so you see the two realities, right? How some Americans are struggling and are really going through difficult and sad times. And these migrants just come here and they don't have to work like most Americans do. They can do these ridiculous skits and videos for views. And it's a mockery. It's exactly what it is. And then she's asking her, how do you feel? And I said, well, it's like, I'm happy. All right, let's go pay. Now, hopefully you don't go over the budget. Okay, Isabel, it's time. And she keeps putting stuff in. And they're laughing. Wow, guys. I wonder if they're going to put all of that back in order, right? Or may the workers do it for them. So in the end, she didn't really tell us how much was in the card. She just said, we'll give you a second part, but she never posted a second part. Here's another video. And she's asking Isabel, what are you doing? So Isabel says, this is for all the haters that talk bad about us. Okay? This video, she says, you know what? I'm actually happy that Trump won. She's saying as a joke, meaning that she's not scared that Trump won. And look how she's walking, right? So then the daughter's saying, Isabel, you're beautiful. I admire you. You are truly amazing. You have a lot of dignity. Look at these boots. They're so nice. The material. Isabel says they cost about $10. But how have you been here, Isabel, she says. She's asking her, how do you feel that Trump won? And Isabel says, it's good because now the prices are cheap, she says. And Kat is laughing. Isabel says the economy is great now. And they're removing the people that think they're citizens. The people that listen to the videos in Spanish and respond in English. And these people pretend they know English. So she is, I guess, attacking the Latino community that is against her, right? The immigrants that speak English. She's making fun of them, saying that they don't even speak English. And making fun of Trump, that, yeah, the economy is good now. Like, he won and the economy is good and all of this is cheap. And so Kat is saying here, Isabel, you are beautiful. How can I get a job here? And then Isabel says, well, you have to get together with the people that think they are gringos. And if you do that, you'll be able to get a job. So making fun of immigrants and gringos, they call them gringos, right? People that only speak English. And then Isabel says, I'm telling you, these gringos that have been here for living here for 12 years, they are gringos now. And she says that she can't even stand people that speak English. She's annoyed of the English language. And she's saying, good morning, what happened? Trump. And the cat says, I love Trump. Yeah, we love Trump. Just another mockery, guys. Okay? It's another mockery. But it's all right. We got them on the record. No problem. They keep abusing the system. Let's see how that's going to... Let's see how this story ends up for them. Remember that Isabel is awaiting medical treatment, even surgery, if I'm not mistaken, from the last time we heard her story. So here Kat is just asking her, how can you go about your life? I mean, you have an amazing body, you're a mother, and how do you do all of this? You're an influencer, you're fabulous, you're so inspiring. So it's just mockery, guys. Nothing that we can learn from them, obviously. But here it is, Kat flaunting cash Again, joking around inside of the store. Well, at least she put some of the clothing back. Here, Kat says, God bless you and love you, Isabel. Isabel says, hi to all of my haters. You guys make me money. Thank you. I have no words for you. Look at the mockery right there. You think that you've been here for just because you're 10 years or 15 years, you think you're a gringo? You're just bad, she says. And here in the comment, someone told Isabel, go to work and stop talking nonsense. So Isabel says, you know what, my dude, I'm going to reply to your comment. You're the one that's stupid here. Okay? You're the one with the nonsense. I don't care if my videos affect you or they don't affect you. It's irrelevant to me. Let me tell you that you're like a woman, she says to the guy, because you're criticizing me and throwing bad vibes my way. What's your problem? You witch. How are you going to say that I don't work? If you pick me up every time to go work with your mother and your wife at the brothel, I'm telling you the truth. My, you know what, works. Your woman betrayed you, not with one. Excuse me, not with a man, but with a woman. You didn't take care of her. So I'm going to tell you something, my dude. I don't even want to say your name. Take care of your wives, you know what, and stop worrying about my life. And everyone that talks bad about me on my videos, I'm telling you, I'm going to answer you back, and I'm going to give you a bad answer. Okay, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm going to do it. So stop worrying about my life. If I talk or I don't talk or whatever, it's not your problem. Don't worry about it. You are like a witch. What's wrong with you? Are you crazy? So she continues insulting the guy that gave her the comment and his family. But yeah, she doesn't like it, guys. She doesn't like to hear the truth. And imagine that, right? Imagine insulting the taxpayer from a taxpayer-funded hotel room. Well, actually, you don't have to imagine it. You have it right there. Here you have Isabel again at a clothing store, and she's saying like, look, these jackets so beautiful. She's walking around the aisles there, touching everything and saying, this is beautiful, I like it. This is perfect for the fall. And let me tell you, I have a new phone now, so I'm ready to make a lot of videos. Keeps walking around. And it's very cringe, okay? I'm not sure what the purpose of it all is, but after that video, she made this one. And she's right by her daughter's, I guess you can say, clothing store. The outdoors clothing store, right? And she's saying, look at these jackets that we're selling. Kind of like sort of telling you guys as if, you know, hey, I did this video where I was in a clothing store and now I'm selling similar clothing. You know what she's hinting at, right? You know what she's trying to say. And there she is promoting the items, glasses, hats, right? And she gives the address, which is in Jamaica, if you remember. Then here you have Kat saying, hello, guys. My lovely people. This week has been hard for me. I've been trying to be patient and calm, but it hasn't been easy. Not that hard either, she says, but, well, have been trying to overcome my anxiety and depression. So much so that I didn't even want to do my hair, as you can see. But I know that I'll get out of this anxiety soon. And a lot of good things are coming. A lot of great things are on the way. So in other words, she's telling us that she is depressed and going through some tough times. I'm just translating it for you, okay? You let me know your thoughts down below. But then let's go back to the Americans that are actually going through some real tough times.
Noelle Camarayu, the woman I mentioned earlier in this story, tells me she is now homeless. In Nevada, once a tenant receives an eviction notice, the tenant must file a response with the court. If not, that's when the landlord can file a complaint and get an order of eviction. Clark County tells me so far this year, the Las Vegas Justice Court has granted 15,239 evictions.
There you have it, guys. So Kat is depressed. The migrant living at a taxpayer-funded hotel. And Noelle's daughter, who is now homeless, is also depressed. Two realities. Smash the like button, subscribe, share this video with everyone you know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And do not forget, the shout outs for my amazing supporters are down below. I'll see you guys next time.